Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today we are going to be cutting a straight gown with front slit and Queen Anne's neckline. So we start by marking out our shoulder. We divide it by 2, divide the armhole length by 2, round armhole by 2, and then I'll mark out the bust point, the half length, and then the full length. We'll also be marking out 3 inches for the hemming. So after which we'll now divide our round bust by 4. Whatever we have, we'll be adding extra 2 inches for joining. So we'll do the same thing at the waistline. So we'll be dividing the round waist by 4, add extra 2 inches like we did at the bust round for the joining. Same thing at the round waist. So the same thing at the round hip. The round hip for this is 38. So we'll be dividing the 38 by 4, and then we'll be adding extra 2 inches. And since this is a straight gown, we'll be ruling the whole thing straight from the hip length. See the way I just ruled it straight. So we'll be covering the armhole round by 1.5 inches. And then for the Queen Anne neckline, we'll first of all mark out 3 inches for the neck width, after which we'll now go down by 3 inches for the neck depth, and from there we'll give it a sweetheart curve like this. So this is how you cut a Queen Anne neckline in a very mannerable way. So we'll be curving the armhole by 1/2 inch. That is, for you to curve the armhole, we have to divide the armhole length by 2. So if your armhole length is 8 inches, sorry, you have to divide it by 2. Then you come in by 1/2 inch so that you give it that curve. So we'll now cut out the front pattern, and then we'll move over to give it that front slit. Remember I said that it will be having a front slit. So for the front slit, from the hip length, you come down by 13 inches because the person don't want it to be too revealing. So having come down by 2 inches, have to come out by 1.5 inches. I made use of 1.5 inches because I don't want it to be too open. So I will then connect it to that 13 inches that we came down with. So here we'll now cut it out and we'll go to mark out the back pattern. So this is it. This is what we have after marking out the front pattern. This is what we have. This is the front slit. And then for the back, I will just put the front pattern like this on the back pattern, and then use my chalk to trace it out, after which I will then cut out a different neckline for the back. So for the back neckline, I will be making use of 3 inches by 3 inches. That is circle neckline, because I don't want it to have any other type of neckline apart from circle neckline. You can decide to make use of V neckline depending on your choice, or any other neckline of your choice, deep neckline, anything of your choice. So far it is a back neckline. You know, back and front neckline is actually two different. So you remember to mark out 1.5 inches for your zip allowance, and that will be all for the back. You open it up. So we'll move over to cut the lining for this. So you remember that I said that I marked out 3 inches for the hemming. So for the lining, I cut out the 3 inches. So by the time I sew it, this is how it will look like. And that will be all for the lining. I'll just cut it like this, go over to my machine and sew the lining to it, and then iron it, and that will be all. So I've joined the lining to the material. I've also joined the zip to the back. This is what we have as the back. So this is the front and the back together. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and this is the final result. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.